to Javelina Showtime, your home for Javelina athletics. Brought to you by Mike Shaw Toyota Kia, hosted by Chris Communications Sports Director Alan Harwell, and proudly produced by the students at Texas A&M University, Kingsville. Alongside Mike Shaw, a proud alum of 1968, the Javelina Broadcast Network presents Javelina Showtime. Your journey to Javelina athletics starts now.
Hi, everybody. Welcome to another edition of Javelina Showtime here on KDF, brought to you by Mike Shaw Automotive. It's good to be back to our regular slot now at 11:30 on Saturdays. Of course, last week we had our special 9:30 prime time edition leading up to the big game up at AT&T Stadium. But today we have a very special guest, Carol Garrick from Embroid Me. Hi, Carol. How you doing?
Hi, I'm good. How about you?
I'm doing wonderful. You guys got a gold mine over there. You got you got that great spirit shop on campus here, and want to let everybody know I've kind of gone casual today because this is one of the shirts that you can get at Embroid Me. It feels great, very comfortable. Boy, it feels a lot better than a tie and a jacket. And then Embroid Me has provided shirts for everyone, our Javelina Broadcast Network, that the guys wear at the games. And of course, on the back, it shows the media crew, and of course, Embroid Me on the back as well. And tell me a little about all the different styles that you guys have to offer for Javelina fans.
We have polo shirts, we have high-end, we have some that are less expensive. We have blue, we have yellow, we have white. Anything that you could want, you can find at our Spirit Shop. All
right, you got 3 locations now. You got the Spirit Shop. You've got, of course, a store in Kingsville.
Yes.
And you got big news about Corpus Christi. Tell me about that.
Had a great opportunity to purchase the Embroid Me in Corpus Christi, and we're excited. A great store, and we want to keep it going and build it a little bit more. And we're real excited about this opportunity that we've had there. So come visit us, Kingsville, Corpus, or Javelina Stadium.
Now, where are you located in Corpus Christi?
On SPID between Weber and Everhart.
Okay, good deal. Now tell me a little bit more about the Spirit Shop. Your hours, what days you're open and when you're closed, and when's the best time to come?
We're open Tuesdays and Thursdays from 1 to 5, and then on Saturdays we open about 10 o'clock in the morning and until about 30 minutes to an hour after the game.
Well, I know it gets crowded right before kickoff.
Yes.
There's a lot of people over there. And you provide for all ages as well, don't you?
Yes, from infants up to grandpas. We're there.
Okay. What do you think your most popular item is? Of all the things that people come in asking for, what would you say?
Well, over the years, the most popular is obviously the Javelina football shirt. That's been a staple from day one. But we do have, we've added some camo, some hunting gear, and that's been very popular this year.
All righty. Carol, good to see you. Thank you for coming by.
Thanks
for
so much.
helping provide the shirts for all the students here that work on the show. Mm-hmm. And you do great work there. And again, the Spirit Shop on campus here at the stadium, and of course one in Kingsville and one in Corpus Christi. I'm going to go by there and check the store out there in Corpus. Can't wait to get by there. Can never have enough Javelina gear. Never, ever. Thanks, Carol. Appreciate it. Mm-hmm. We're going to talk about the Cowboy experience in just 1 second. You know, it was a great experience for everybody that went up to AT&T Stadium this past Saturday. Not just the players and the fans, but the Javelina Broadcast Network. Aaron Salinas joins us now. Aaron is a co-director of JBN. And what was it like? I've been there many times, and it's still a wondrous place. It's the Taj Mahal of all stadiums in the world. What was your first thinking as you're walking into that big, giant stadium?
I was intimidated. First off, right off the bat, as soon as you walked in, it's a completely different vibe. Whether you're a football fan, a sports fan or not, as soon as you walk in, you get a completely different experience. Just the architecture itself is amazing. And then when you look at the technical aspect, it was something completely different. To see all the separate hands that make everything work is just awe-inspiring.
And the fact that it's like a theme park, really. I mean, there's so many, you could spend a day just walking around and looking at all the aspects. That'd be great. I know you probably didn't get a chance. We have a great art gallery. Probably one of the greatest art galleries in the world is inside AT&T Stadium. Yeah. The big screen, that's what everybody wants to talk about. That's the sharpest looking big screen I've ever seen in my entire life. It is a beautiful picture.
Most definitely. It was really interesting to see because we're used to our Javelina Stadium. We're used to our Jumbotron, and that's pretty neat in its own. But
are you saying ours is a little smaller than theirs?
Just a little. Just a little. You could probably fit a couple of ours on theirs. It was just amazing to see you hear it's big, but when you actually go up and look at it, it's truly amazing. And to see, we had some of our highlight footage up on there, and that was really cool to see that our stuff was on the biggest TV screen in the world. So really, really, really cool experience.
You know, when you're driving up to the stadium, it's just awesome. I mean, you can see it from miles and miles. What was your thoughts as you're just driving up to the stadium itself? What's going through your mind?
I have some family in Fort Worth, and they called it the Death Star from Star Wars, and it really is. As you're pulling up, it just gets bigger and bigger, and you can't help but crick your neck a little bit when you're up there. And it's, as you can see it, you know, from down the highway, and it's the closer you get, you know, the more of the butterflies in your stomach, because you're like, wow, this is truly a once in a lifetime opportunity that I'm getting.
Because you got to see all the behind the scenes looks. I mean, you got to see what all the, you know, the TV booths, the radio booths. I've had a chance to go up there, and it's amazing. Did you get to see any of the suites? Did you walk in any of
the suites are really cool. You know, Jerry Jones has it nicely fixed. You know, all the championship setup is up there.
Oh yeah, all the pictures and all the photos, and it's just everything is so clean. That's what I remember most about it. It's so new and clean. You know?
I mean, you could lick the floor if you wanted to. It was nice, really clean. Just everything was just top notch to a T. You know, they have a fantastic setup over there.
All right, Aaron, appreciate it.
Thank you.
And he's a junior. He's got another year to go. I look forward to having you on the show next year as well. Okay?
Yes, sir. You can count on me.
All right, bud. You do a wonderful job. Okay.
Appreciate it.
It's hard to keep me looking good, but somehow you find a way to do it. All right, you're watching the Javelina Showtime, brought to you by Mike Shaw Automotive. Back with more right after this.
Admit it, you fear buying a car. The pushy salespeople, the sticker shock, the shady deals. But fear no more at Mike Shaw Kia, because they eliminate the fear factor. With upfront pricing and financing. 2014 Kia Soul, just $13,995. 2014 Kia Optima, just $19,922. 2014 Kia Sorento, just $27,195. And if you make $350 a week, we want to approve your credit, guaranteed. Eliminate the fear factor at Mike Shaw Kia.
Hello, I'm Phil Neeson with Neeson Chevrolet in Kingsville. We see people from all over South Texas coming to Neeson Chevrolet because we have the largest section of Chevys, Buicks, and GMCs in South Texas at the absolute best prices. We treat our customers with honesty and respect. No high pressure or hassle here, just good, honest deals. The best selection, the best prices, huge rebates, 0% financing are at Neeson Chevy, Buick, GMC in Kingsville.
Today's employers are looking for employees with the ability to lead, think analytically, plan strategically, and solve problems. The MBA online program at Texas A&M University Kingsville can provide all that from the privacy of your own home. Graduates said they had a 38% return on their investment after only 1 year and a 50% return after 2 years. Our 30-credit-hour program features accounting, finance, management, marketing, economics, and business. With classes held year-round, why wait? Sign up today.
You'll find more than a great education here. You'll find friendships that last a lifetime, thanks to our family-like living learning communities. Like Turner Hall, the men's dorm where music students enjoy their own basketball court, grill, big screen TV, and more. And Bishop Hall, where female musicians have their own volleyball court, lobby, and study room. Live and work with others who share your goals at Texas A&M University Kingsville, the home of Javelina pride.
Hi, everybody. Welcome back to Javelina Showtime, brought to you by Mike Shaw Automotive. Glad to be here. And again, it's Casual Saturday. It's embroidery day. I kind of like this. I got rid of the coat and tie, but it feels good. You, of course, get to wear that, of course, during game days. Are you a coat and tie guy? I guess not, huh?
It depends on the situation.
Yeah. Coach Callaway joining us now. Coach, let's talk about the game last Saturday. I know it was a tough one, 55-20, but what did you get out of the ball game? Some of the positives that you got out of your ball club.
Well, it was a tough situation for us, but I think our guys came out and started fast with what you talked about doing. We limited their big play situations where they had a big running back who did some things. We held him in check and they held their receiving core in check. We also did some things late in the game, throwing the football. The most important thing that I thought our guys continue to mature at is continue to stick together in tough times. And we didn't play our best ball game, but we know we're on the verge of continue to make things happen. And
you're going up against a really good ball club too in A&M Commerce.
Well, they're solid. They did some good things, but I don't think that was much of a factor of us. We can't make mistakes. We got to limit bad situations and put ourselves in the best situation to execute.
Let's talk about some of the highlights. Joe Crow came in big, blocked the punt. Talk a little bit about that.
Yeah, Joe Crow's been having a solid season through week 3, starting corner for us for our second year. That got us off to a good start. We talked about starting fast. Defensively, we came out, got in stops, and he did a good job getting a good jump on the punt and making a play and putting us in a short field right there.
Trey Mitchell, your quarterback, had some good runs around the left side. Talk a little about his performance on
Well, we
Saturday.
all know he's mobile. He can do some things running the football, and he's been consistent on that every week. I tried to run him a little bit too much there late towards the end, and ended up catching a shoulder injury on us. But he did make some big plays in the run game, and we expect him to be back shortly.
How's he doing? Will he play this Saturday?
Well, he's out definitely this week.
Okay, all right. So what's the plan then at quarterback? What do you?
Well, Alex Rios, who came in and finished up the game, moved us down the field, committed offense well. We expect him to come in and kind of do some of the same things. Leadership-wise, Alex has to continue just to play free and make good decisions with the football, and I think he'll be fine.
Then who backs him up on Saturday?
Right now it'll be Sebastian Taylor, be a redshirt freshman from Irving MacArthur High School.
And what does he bring to the table?
He's a dual threat guy also. He does a good job putting the ball in play and extending plays with his feet and keeping his eyes up and getting the ball downfield.
What was the experience like for the players there at AT&T Stadium? Were they kind of like to see all the bright lights? I mean, they kind of, you can't help but walk in and look up,
Well, yeah, every play you look up, checking out the Jumbotron, trying to see yourself. But the fortunate thing, a lot of the guys that's played in this festival at this point are seniors, and they've been there 2, maybe 3 times. So I don't think they was too fazed by the big city, big lights.
Okay, good deal. McMurray, this week, we're going to have you later in the broadcast and give us a little bit of a scouting report on McMurray because you got to head back to Abilene this week. Thank you very much.
Yes, sir.
Appreciate it. After the ball game, we had a chance to talk to some of the players at a special press conference and hear what they had to say about their game against A&M Commerce. Watch.
Coach, obviously a difficult loss. Give us your initial thoughts on it coming off the field.
Well, first of all, hats off to Texas A&M Commerce and Coach Carter and his guys. They did a good job coming out. I mean, they just, made a bunch of plays today. We turned the ball. They turned us over early, and we turned the ball over. I mean, it's tough to have success.
You had an early break out of the gate with the blocked punt, but then the extra point gets blocked as well. That hit you momentum-wise. It was 7-6, and then the interception, and it just seemed to go the wrong way from there.
Well, yeah, things kind of went, didn't go as we intended them to go, but that let us know that we still got a lot of building that we need to do as a program. We saw some good things today. We made some strides, but like I said, obviously you're not ever satisfied when you come out with a loss, but it's just something for us to build on. I think we're still going in the right direction, but we had some plays, had some guys step up, continue to play. Things you look for in a game like that when it's going late, guys continue to play and try to make plays down the stretch and execute what we're trying to get done. So, like I said, we got some things to still build on, but we got a lot to do.
Henry, let's talk a little bit about the defensive effort. Commerce rushed for 180 yards, passed for 230. Not great numbers, but enough to get to you. Tell a little bit about your performance and the Javelina defense as a whole.
Well, I feel that we always go out and just try to do our job. Everyone do their own job, build a defensive scheme. I felt like we started fast, and towards the end of the game, or middle to the end of the game, we just not necessarily let up, but they started to find holes in the defense, and people maybe getting out their gap, and when you don't do your job, that's what happens.
Marquise, offensively, yards were tough to come by. You had a pair of catches for 30 yards, but tell us a little bit about the Javelina offensive game.
Our Javelina offense game, I mean, we did what we could. Offensive line blocked as they should. Quarterback made some good reads. Some of them weren't as good. And then our backs, we were there. We were trying to get what we could do. Receivers, they were blocking out there. They was going down the field, trying to get the route, trying to catch the ball. We were out there. I mean, we just got to work. That's all.
Questions for the Javelinas?
Alex Rios did some really good things for you guys coming in. And what did you like about his performance? He converted on some 4th downs, even through the touchdown. Obviously awaiting Mitchell's status. You see someone that you guys are going to be looking to for next week.
Well, I mean, Alex, he played a lot for us last year, and ended up getting hurt last year. But we expect him to come in and compete and go through his progression and make the correct play, and he did that. He's always competed for the job. We expect him to continue to compete, and we'll see what Trey's status is moving forward. And obviously, it was good to see Alex come in and make some plays, and like I said, hopefully he can continue to do that and put us in position maybe to start next week.
All right, thanks, guys. Tough loss, but I know they're looking forward to tonight's game at McMurray and a chance to get that big old W in the LSC winners column. When we come back, we'll have more of Javelina Showtime, brought to you by Mike Shaw Automotive. Be back in just a couple of minutes.
Admit it, you fear buying a car. The pushy salespeople, the sticker shock, the shady deals. But fear no more at Mike Shaw Toyota, because they eliminate the fear factor with upfront pricing and financing. 2014 Corolla or Camry, your choice. Up to $4,000 off MSRP. 2014 Tundra, up to $7,000 off MSRP. We want your experience to be exceptional. That's why we offer a 72-hour exchange policy. Eliminate the fear factor at Mike Shaw Toyota.
Today's employers are looking for employees with the ability to lead, think analytically, plan strategically, and solve problems. The MBA online program at Texas A&M University Kingsville can provide all that from the privacy of your own home. Graduates said they had a 38% return on their investment after only 1 year and a 50% return after 2 years. Our 30-credit-hour program features accounting, finance, management, marketing, economics, and business. With classes held year-round, why wait? Sign up today.
As the most established university in all of South Texas, we've learned that change is good, and there's never been a better time to check out Texas A&M University Kingsville. Thanks to our state-of-the-art new dorms with plenty of space for studying and hanging out, our recreation center with everything you'd expect at a brand new gym, and our new dining hall packed with delicious stuff to keep students going. And the changes don't stop there. Texas A&M University Kingsville, the home of Javelina pride.
Admit it, you fear buying a car. The pushy salespeople, the sticker shock, the shady deals. But fear no more at Mike Shaw Kia, because they eliminate the fear factor with upfront pricing and financing. 2014 Kia Soul, just $13,995. 2014 Kia Optima, just $19,922. 2014 Kia Sorento, just $27,195. And if you make $350 a week, we want to approve your credit, guaranteed. Eliminate the fear factor at Mike Shaw Kia.
Hi, everybody. Welcome back to Javelina Showtime, brought to you by Mike Shaw Automotive. And, you know, we've been talking about the big game up at AT&T Stadium last week. Of course, tonight we have a game against McMurray, which we'll talk more about here shortly. But we're joined now by Sydney Hernandez, one of our ace reporters here for Javelina Showtime. And you had a special assignment going up to Cowboy Stadium, getting a chance to live the Cowboy way. What'd you think?
It was beautiful. I'm a big Cowboys fan, and not just for the players.
You're a good American then.
Of course, a good Texan too. But I like the Dallas Cowboys cheerleaders. So when we were walking down there, I got to see the locker room for the cheerleaders, and I was totally starstruck. And the elevators, we got to use the press elevators, not just the regular elevators. That was pretty neat as well. They're just super nice and super friendly out there. And we also saw some NFL scouts that were checking out our players for the future, and it was just such an amazing experience.
And of course, the giant big screen. What'd you think?
It's really big.
Yeah, it
and
is.
I'm really small, so it was super, super big. Every time we're just constantly looking up. Probably got like a creak in my neck because it was really big.
So tell me about your story that we're going to see here.
Well, we talked to some fans because there's a lot of people, a lot of Javelina fans out there in Arlington. I was really surprised and of course happy for the Javelinas. We talked to a coach's wife, some players, some fans, and they traveled a long ways to get there, and it was a great game.
All right, so let's roll Sydney's story.
Welcome to Javelina Showtime. My name is Sydney Hernandez with the Javelina Broadcast Network, and welcome to AT&T Stadium, home of the Dallas Cowboys, where your Texas A&M Kingsville Javelinas are playing A&M Commerce. And what are your ties to the Javelina?
My husband is the coach. He coaches the receivers at Corpus Christi, Texas A&M. So that's my ties to them.
So what do you expect from tonight's game?
I'm hoping for a W. We didn't get to make it to the last home game because of the rain, and so the stadium is amazing, and so I'm hoping for a spectacular game, the defense and the offense work together, and that we can get a W.
What do you think, like you said, the stadium's amazing. What do you think about the difference?
The culture and the atmosphere of the and the tradition at the Javelina Stadium is great, but just being in an enclosed environment and just the atmosphere is breathtaking.
And how has it been like since after graduation?
Missed school, went back, and now I'm a nurse at a nursing home in Kingsville.
So being back, watching the Javelinas, what memories bring back to you?
I enjoyed tailgating with my family and my friends, and we drove 6.5 hours to support the Javelinas.
So what do you expect from tonight?
Just they play hard and a win.
Lots of other sporting activities going on around campus these days. Besides football, cross country is underway now. Now we're joined by Emmanuel Ibanez, one of the best runners on the team. Hi, Emmanuel. How you doing, man?
Oh, nice to meet you.
All righty. Tell me, you've only been going, a couple of weeks now, right?
Yeah.
And how's it been going so far for the team?
It's actually been going really good. Our first meet, we ended up winning our division, and then we had a meet just a few weeks ago over at MSU, and we got second as a team.
All right. So tell me about some of the goals you guys have set forth for this year.
Well, one of the goals we set forth is to make sure we're packed up. Cross country is a sport about packing more so than individual, because that's how you win. That's how your team wins. You got to have everybody close together, get the best score possible, and that's how you get up there.
What's been the highlight of your career so far here at A&M Kingsville as far as running?
There's so many.
That's a good thing.
A lot of fun experiences, even in practices too. But one of the highlight moments, I'd have to say, would be the first time I got to participate in our LSC conference meet my first year here. And that was all the way in Lawton, Oklahoma. And that I ended up hitting a PR there, and that was pretty awesome. And
personal record.
Personal record, yeah. And kind of like just set the standard for the rest of my college career, so I just want to keep going on that. And this past race, actually, I ended up leading our team, so I want to keep that momentum going, had a good time and good placement, and I just want to keep that going.
So when is the next big meet that you're looking forward to? What's on your agenda? You got circled on your calendar that you've got to really do well in?
Probably our UIW meet that we have coming up after our Islander Splash, which is right here, and that one's my personal favorate course to run on because it's
that's
flat.
the University Incarnate Word up in San Antonio,
yes,
right?
Sir. Yes, sir. I like that course particularly because it's got enough hills, it's got enough flatness to get a good time and benchmark of what you should hit at the conference meet. So conference meet is the big picture, of course, but I got to get that stepping stone every race.
All right, man. I wish you the very best, and everybody else and your teammates the best of luck. Thank you, Emmanuel. Appreciate it.
Nice to meet
you. Cross country underway here at A&M Kingsville, and we've also got a football game tonight. We're going to do a scouting report on McMurray right after this quick timeout.
Admit it, you fear buying a car. The pushy salespeople, the sticker shock, the shady deals. But fear no more at Mike Shaw Toyota, because they eliminate the fear factor. With upfront pricing and financing, 2014 Corolla or Camry, your choice. Up to $4,000 off MSRP. 2014 Tundra, up to $7,000 off MSRP. We want your experience to be exceptional. That's why we offer a 72-hour exchange policy. Eliminate the fear factor at Mike Shaw Toyota.
The folks at Blakeful & Whiter to treat you like they treat their friends, with respect, because it's about you, no high pressure, just good solid people helping you determine what's right for your budget and your lifestyle. I'm Brenda, and when you're looking for a new car or truck, Blakeful & Whiter's got what matters. Friendly folks looking out for you. Blake Full and Wider, Dodge Chrysler Jeep in Kingsville.
Hi, everybody. Welcome back to Javelina Showtime here on KDF Television, brought to you by Mike Shaw Automotive. We're here every Saturday morning at 11:30, so don't you be missing, okay? We got a ball game tonight up in Abilene, and Coach Callaway is back to give us a quick scouting report on the Warhawks.
On the Warhawks,
yeah.
Yes, indeed.
Tell me about them.
Well, they started at the gate, beat a 1AA team, Houston Baptist, lost to Angelo, so they're 1-1. Explosive on offense, playing hard. They do some things to put you in some bad situations, put some stress on your defense, so we got to be ready to play assignment football. And defensively, they like to apply a lot of pressure with their 3-3 scheme and bring backers and safeties from different levels, so we got to be ready to go.
How do you match up with them on the offensive side of the ball, you think?
Well, I think we'll be able to, it's more of us matching up with ourselves, making sure that we're handling our business.
All righty. What about defense? How does that in special teams, how will that shape up, you think, as far as matching up with those guys?
Well, they do a lot of stuff, special teams, like to run a lot of trick plays, so we have to play assignment football in that area as well. They have a new coaching staff, but they're well-coached guys. They're trying to get the program going in the right direction, so we got to be ready to go. All
right, so I know you want to get a W tonight. I know it's vital, so I guess you've obviously instilled in the players' minds how big of a ball game this is tonight.
We're all big at this point, and every snap is big, and, it's beauty about playing this game. You don't know which snap is going to be the one that decides it, so you got to play all of them hard.
All righty. Thanks, Coach. Appreciate it. Good luck. We'll talk about this game next week and get ready for another ball game at Javelina Stadium. Hogs and McMurray tonight, 6 o'clock. And should be a fun ball game up in Abilene. We'll have highlights of that game on this show, Javelina Showtime, next Saturday. We'll see you then. Goodbye, everybody.
Well, that's a wrap for Javelina Showtime, presented by Mike Shaw Toyota Kia. You can always catch us here on KDF TV Saturday mornings at 11:30. See you next week.